Welcome to Chess Academy. In 4 minutes, you're going to be a feared opponent on the chess battlefield. In the game of chess, the person playing the white pieces makes the first move, and the person playing the black pieces responds. First, we have pawns, which are worth 1 point of material. They move 1 square at a time, but from their starting place, they have the option to move 2 squares. Pawns capture pieces diagonally. Once pawns reach the other end of the board, they can be promoted into a different piece. After that, there are knights, which some people call horses, and are worth 3 points of material. They move and capture in an L shape, as shown. Bishops, which are worth 3 points, move diagonally. Rooks, which are worth 5 points, move up, down, left, and right. The queen is like a combination of the bishop and the rook. It can move up, down, left, right, and diagonally, and is worth 9 points. Finally, we have the king, which moves 1 square in any direction. 2 kings can never be next to each other. In chess, your main priority is to protect the king. A check is when a piece threatens to capture the king. If the king is in check, you have to get out of check, either by moving the king or blocking the check with another piece. Also, if you're able to, you can capture the piece that is checking your king. The game ends in a checkmate, where the king is in check and cannot move anywhere, or a stalemate, where one player cannot make any moves. A stalemate also happens if both players cannot checkmate each other, no matter how hard they try. If there is a stalemate, the game is a draw. The starting position for chess looks like this, with the pawns in the front. From left to right, there's your rook, knight, bishop, king, and queen. Bishop, knight, and your other rook. The queen always starts on the color that it is. Castling is a type of special move. If you haven't moved your king or rook, and there are no pieces between them, you can castle. Castling is when you move your king over 2 squares and move your rook to the other side of your king. You can castle king side or queen side. This move is used to protect your king from the enemy's pieces. You cannot castle if your king is in check. Your king will be in check after you castle, or if a check comes in the middle of your king and rook. Moving on to tactics. There are 3 phases of the game: the beginning, middle, and end game. The goal of the beginning of the game is to control the center of the board with your pawns and develop your knights and bishops to get them off their starting squares. Most of the moves you play should be in order to strengthen your influence in the center. Also, this is the phase where you castle and bring your king to safety. Once most pieces are off their starting places, the game transitions into the middle game. In the middle game, players trade pieces in order to gain an advantage and to plan an attack on the enemy's king. The endgame starts when most of the pieces are traded, and the goal is normally to promote your pawns. Most checkmates occur in the endgame. Now, let's talk about some powerful moves. First, a fork is when you threaten to capture 2 pieces at the same time. This leads to you capturing at least one of the forked pieces. Next are pins. Pins are when you prevent a piece from moving because it would put the king in check if they did move. Discovered attacks occur when you move a piece out of the way so another piece can check the king. Sometimes you can also capture a piece because your opponent cannot move that piece since the king is in check. Common checkmates include a back rank checkmate and a ladder checkmate, where you force the enemy's king to the side of the board. The key to becoming good at chess is playing many games. If you guys have any questions, make sure to comment. Have a good day.